Hands up, baby. Come on, Dave. Ready?
And we are here with Panzie for the record release.
Johnny Rocket.
Servo.
DC Gonzalez.
And today you unleash love and blood. Before we get into like the content interview, because I just saw it, I was very impressed. As I told you guys, killed it. But tell us about the whole concept, about the whole process. I'm gonna, start with you, and then we'll go. Everybody has an element tonight, so go ahead.
Well, for me, Love and Blood for Panzie was a year-long extravaganza for us. We went through death, we went through life, we went through everything. We went through Love and Blood. So for me, having this album come out and have everything come out like that, it was fucking awesome. And tonight at Mercury, just capitalized on it.
Nice. I'm the new guy, so this was my first show, and it went great, I thought. Broken leg and all, man.
Yeah.
Made it through, first show. So I'm just copping what these guys did, and it's amazing. That's why I joined. I mean, I've been listening to them for a while. These guys, we played together in my other bands and stuff, and I'm just
He's been getting
fine.
us ready for 6 months. Like when we finished in the studio, we had a couple of shows booked. He got us out of the studio, got us ready to do live shows again, and then he broke his ankle, and so we had to wait for him to heal that another 3 months, and then he warmed us up again for this show, and it's a pleasure to have Mr. Servo over there to actually be playing drums. We're all excited for him to be on our team.
Awesome, it sounded awesome, and Panzie's definitely reigniting New York hard music, heavy music, because we all older cats, but we miss that,
It's definitely a flashback. I think Dave, DC over here, could tell you more about that.
We have a lot of influences.
Light bulb?
You've got guys over here that have been in the scene 30 years, bro, and we listen to a lot of music. Everything these guys listen to goes back as far as like fucking, I mean, it's hardcore, it's metal, it's rock and roll from the 80s, and there's even some hair metal shit in there. So we're influenced by all of that, and more importantly, we're influenced by the shit that came out of New York City. And we are a New York City rock band, period. And I think when you come see a Panzie show or you listen to a Panzie album, you're going to cut through these tracks and you're going to hear it. And you're going to say, oh shit, and you hear all these influences. And then that's why I like being in this band. It's fucking cool, It's like, it's all the shit I grew up on, and we're able to just fucking, bring it, bring it in that way. So it's really cool, man. Yeah. Yeah, that too. We got a fucking Latin album coming
Mucho
out.
sentimiento, mucho sentimiento.
Mucho sentimiento, brother. Yeah. No, we're real passionate about this. I think it shows, And I think we're doing a fucking album with, what's his name? What's that Latin guy? Mark Anthony. That's the guy. Yeah. We're gonna do a little fucking side thing with him. So let's see how that goes, bro. Nah, but to mi gente, bro, we're always representing and always keeping it real.
Not only the voice behind Panzie, but also lyrically. You know what I mean? Like, it's something that is real. It's not like, oh, man, like, let's try to see what we can get with these words. No, the words are written before any plan.
It started off as poems, and they just flipped into songs. It's like with a catchy haiku as a chorus. They're about real issues, I'm not singing about the bling bling or my spinners or my, or the weed I used to sell on the corner and all that shit, or what I'm gonna do to your booty when I get home. It's like, oh, look at me now, like, come on, there are real issues going on out there. And being blessed to have, like, lived really hard during those years here in New York back in the, I got some years on me. Don't look like it, but I got some years on me. So to actually have made it through all that and be able to write about those experiences, well, a lot of people relate to it, and there's not a lot of people actually doing it right now. I mean, there are, but I appreciate that a lot of people are digging what I'm doing, and it's working. It's actually been a real pleasure to work with these guys. When we came together, Johnny and DC have been playing together for some years, and I had just joined their team. Came out here from LA a few years ago and ran into Rocket over there and threw a couple songs at him, and then he pulled DC in, and then it went on like that, and we pretty much got a good formula between the three of us on writing. You know, DC will come out with this riff, and he'll come out with a bridge, and you know, it's just like a lot of it. They know my styles. If it's in cadence, like you know, like the shit that bounces, they already know my phrasing. You know, it's just it's worked out that way. I guess all those years that you guys have worked with each other, it's like, you know, you figured out basically how to get through a song without fucking killing each other.
Dude, I'll tell you something. When I first heard, like, you know, we were rehearsing, and essentially, you know, when a band gets started, they're fucking around. You know, there's a bunch of guys just jamming in a room. But when I heard the lyrics, fuck the music, the lyrics to Angry Man. I heard the fucking lyrics to ABC, you know, and I heard the lyrics to some of our earlier stuff. I was like, dude, you know what? I fucking want to be down with this shit. For real. This is insane. This is like exactly the kind of shit that I think is lacking in music now, which wasn't lacking, I feel, when we were listening to music back in the day, you know?
And that's using their voices.
Yeah, that's what made it cool.
Socially and politically conscious. And it's like, oh, I'm not into politics. Well, guess what? Being alive is a politic, dude. It's also a fucking science. And it's just like
it's a lot of heavy groove and a lot of feeling behind it, you know, and a lot of meaning. And the thing that makes us, I think, separate from any other rock and roll band is we got a lot of heart, and the heart comes through the album.
No, that's not fair to say, because there are a lot of fucking bands, especially with tonight's show. There are great bands that played tonight, and I'm definitely down, and I'm not down with them just because they're New York bands and they played on the bill tonight. These were fucking good bands, and I am definitely stoked because, like, 3 years ago when we saw this, there was like maybe a couple of bands, and there was no scene. There was really no support. I mean, there were a bunch of people that didn't even know where to go for a show. I really didn't know. It's just like we went to lodge shows, you know, national acts. That's what we all caught. And it's like everything's starting to catch on, and like people are supporting each other, and they're good bands with like real messages. I mean, look around, look at the newspaper. I mean, look what the shit in Brownsville, you know, snipers killing moms, trying to kill kids, fucking rapists, fucking everybody coming together to deal with this tax bullshit, which should have been done years ago when Reagan was in fucking office. I mean, you know, my lyrics from back then apply to now because the shit has not changed, you know? But what's cool is there's a lot of motherfuckers across the world hanging out in parks right now. It sucks that they don't have jobs, but they're coming together. They're using their voices, and, like, you know, a bunch of sticks, a lot stronger, a bunch of voices that become one. It's louder and it gets heard, and maybe something will happen. I mean, I don't really think what we ideally want to happen is gonna happen, but some change needs to happen. And I think I think it will. But
I think it's happening.
Well, yes, you know. They'll give us a little bit. They'll throw us a bone.
It's got to be punctualized. It's the only way people are going to see it is if they see us. And
you know what's going to fuck it up? Straight up. There are a lot of unemployed people out. And the parks are filled with people trying to do a great thing. There are people who have lost their homes. People who can't feed themselves. And that might destroy it is the people that are trying to go down there and profit from it, slinging drugs and taking a good positive thing and making it a negative thing. Hey, man. You know, I had my years. I'll never say to anybody how to live life. Go enjoy yourself. But, like, anybody fucking going down there to sling shit, you need to stop that, because that shit right there, what's going on, Occupy Wall Street, don't need to be fucked with in any negative way. We don't need the police to go stopping that shit at all. We don't need no problems. Mm-hmm. Other than that, Rocket wants the microphone again. No.
Actually, I don't. But to wrap it up is check out Love and Blood with Panzie.
Show it off. Show it off. Be proud. Be proud.
And horns up. Horns fucking up.
Horns up.
I
man.
said it at the show. Couldn't have done this with the support of my girlfriend.
Happy Halloween and Panzie. Be proud of what you got. If you're watching this, pick up. Hook them up with all your websites, all that stuff, so they can pick up Love and Blood.
Panzie.com coming out soon. And don't forget Panzie on Facebook and Panzie on MySpace and Panzie on every fucking motherfucking media outlet. All right? Love and Blood, baby. Check out the fucking album.
Hey, and let's not forget Stacy O'Dell, Mr. Team number 37 right here for hosting tonight. And of course, Wendigo Production.
Hell motherfucking yeah. Love you guys. Check out Panzie, Love and Blood. It's a phenomenal album. It's got the Tim number 37 stamp of approval. Trust.